The Divide, a long stretch of hell traveling through broken highways and sunken ravines, a settlement of death and abandonment, a place where the only things that can survive are the ones that are specifically made to kill. The aesthetics of Lonesome Road of the Divide are phenomenal. It's the most depressing, gritty, and destructive showcase of the wasteland in the Fallout series. A perfect depiction of a nuclear hellscape. The sky is baked in a dark, red, orangish light, similar to that of Sierra Madre, evoking the same feeling of death and distraught. Demons walk the roads and tunnels below. Death is around every corner. The Divide is a hell, literally and metaphorically, and you must walk it alone. The roads across the Divide are empty of real life, only inhabited by the Divide's demons. The marked men, leftover soldiers of the NCR Legion, their skins burned off from the nukes, leaving their red flesh exposed to the sky, a visible representation of the hatred, rage, and pain within that keeps them alive, that keeps them fighting. Death claws, the ultimate killing machines of the waste, fitted with claws and horns, something perfectly made for this inferno. And the tunnelers, black imps that crawl in the underparts of the Divide, tearing apart everything within the deeps, a hive of unearthly destruction. These demons protect the Divide from you and others, because this place is littered with the weapons of the old world. What makes the aesthetic of the Divide unique isn't just the enemies or the red tint, but the clash of the old world and the destruction of the new world, the leftovers of a forgotten nation, the weapons that caused this hell. The nukes make the Divide what it is today, a broken ravine of death. The courier, your player, caused this destruction by accidentally bringing a package here, which caused a few warheads within the silos to activate on the ground, tearing a hole across the land and destroying a once promising settlement. The Divide is filled with nuclear warheads, a stockpile of these unused world enders. Within the silos and bunkers of Ashton and Hopeville, intercontinental ballistic missiles sit, waiting to be activated by someone foolish enough to nuke the world again. Which the player can of course do, opening up the Courier's Mile, the deadliest location in the entire game, a location placated in a green radioactive haze, implying only death exists within the crater. The locations within the Divide are phenomenal, exceptional set pieces of destruction and despair. The abandoned Hopeville bunker, tilted from the uneven earth caused by the destruction of the Divide, its nuclear missile leaning against the wall, left unprotected by the old world. Awaiting activation at any minute, the nuke's only purpose in this place, the complete annihilation of another. The High Road, a personal favorite of mine, a crossing of highway stretched over broken terrain and empty buildings. One of the most beautiful and haunting sights I've seen in the entire series. The true leftover of the old world, the US highway system. Like that of the old Roman roads, an infrastructural reminder of a defeated nation 200 years later. Once the lifeline of an economic empire, now just hunting grounds for deathclaws. The high road is one of the best examples of destruction caused by the Great War, how the nation has fallen, as the orange tint in the sky covers the roads, as if rust layering over the embedded infrastructure, left to rot and decay to the natural elements. The divide itself, a stretch of broken buildings and roads buried within the terror in the earth, the signs of a fallen city, the leftovers of a civilization long gone. This place is haunting, empty, depressing. The nuclear eruptions tore a hole in the ground, swallowing this place, preserving the dead bodies of others, as new residents take over the fallen lands. The marked men building their huts out of broken concrete bricks and loose rebar, just barely clinging on to the ideal society they once had before the nuclear flash turned them into something else. And finally, Ulysses Temple. This main silo launch facility, a large forbidding room, housing the weapons that killed billions in the Great War, all lined up, ready to release yet another annihilation at a minute's notice. The central missile basks in the light of the sun, as if it's a weapon of divine destruction. The old world flag, banded in front of it, as if represents the old world, as if the new represents America, as if it's meant to be worshipped. This building belongs to Ulysses, the main antagonist and only man of conversation in this place, a man who carries the old world flag on his back as a symbol of respect and understanding of it. This whole temple, he personally set up, is built like a place of worship towards the old world, which makes sense. The only things from the old world that remain for survivors was its weapons: missile launchers, anti-material rifles, death claws, super mutants, and lastly and most destructively, nukes. The Divide is an empty and haunting place, a broken land of the old world, still shrouded in the overbearing arms of nuclear Armageddon. Its inhabitants, demons and the hell that remains, as the region is bathed in the stockpiles of the old world. And that's something Ulysses knew. When he set up the Lonesome road for you to walk, he set a path for us to follow, to see these landmarks, to see the destruction, to see the hell. He did it for us to understand them and learn from the Divide, to show the destruction of the nukes and the aftermath we cause, to make us understand our actions and feel its effects. Lonesome Road is aesthetically beautiful. It's a mix of the old world remnants and new world destruction. It's bathed in the blood of thousands. It's a symbol of hell within an already hellish wasteland. A representation of how much worse the world could get if nuclear annihilation comes again. And it's pretty damn phenomenal looking.